Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to the bonus introduction that I have right now. For you who don't know me, I'm going to try to do the 15 questions under 5 minutes so you get to know me and you understand about the podcast. So let's go. First question, the most important question. Who are you? I am Nadia Farini Becker. Number 2, what's my profession? I am a food lover / media strategist Monday through Friday, and a chef in the making over the weekends when I do my catering and when I love, preparing and spending time in the kitchen. Number 3, the most important question of the day. Why did you do the podcasts? Why are you doing podcasts? I feel the need of explaining to people more about food, talking about food, teaching kids how to eat healthy, teach parents how to cook, show the world that we are much better when we cook well and we eat well and we know what to eat and how to cook it. And you all deserve a weekly menu. That's it. That's, I think, the biggest point of this podcast. Next question. What was my first departure? So I first left my hometown, Porto Alegre, to come to New York when I was in 6th grade in middle school. I used to dance and I came to New York for 2 weeks for a dance course. Then the next question is, what was my second biggest departure? And that was when I moved from my hometown to New York. I came to study for an ESL Teachers of ESL course, and I ended up staying and finishing my bachelor's degree. So that was my second biggest move. And then what was the third biggest departure was when I moved from an apartment in Astoria, Queens to a house in Flushing. When I was in college, I was living still in New Jersey, and I met my husband and we got married and I moved to Astoria. Astoria is a very cultural, commercial area where you have a ton of restaurants, a ton of nightlife. It is great. It's very upbeat and it's very alive. But then we moved to Flushing and we moved into a house from an apartment that had a small backyard, and I started planting my garden. That also happened that was my journey when I became a mom. And becoming a mom made me really push and eat vegetables and fruits every day. And I couldn't be lazy, so I had to make sure that Stella had the best. Question, what is my least favorite food? No judgment, please. I am not a fan of brains or stomach. I am a very big fan of other organs, but not brains or stomach. Sorry. Next question. What is that I cheat in the kitchen? Do not judge me again. I sometimes use powdered garlic, but please don't tell anyone, okay? And next question. What's my favorite ingredient? I believe the favorite ingredient for me to use, there are 2. One is butter, because I use butter for anything and everything. And the second is lime. I'm Brazilian. We don't use lemons, we use limes. And I don't know, but I grew up using limes for almost anything and everything. So it is, to me, it's a very key ingredient. Next important question, who or what inspires you? So in the world of food, I would say Anthony Bourdain was my biggest inspiration. And he's cosmopolitan. He saw the world like I've always had, that kind of a critical eye, in a sense that you see the people, you see their food, you see who they are. And maybe that's a chef cook thing. That's how we meet somebody. It's easy to read people through what they eat. I think that's what it is. But besides Anthony, my parents inspire me. My dad is a restaurateur. My mom cooks extremely well. She met my dad in a hotel that my grandma, who's somebody who inspires me, was the head chef. So my father was working at the hotel. My mom met him there through my grandma. And also my mother-in-law inspires me a lot. She's a fighter. She taught me how to make merengues. She teaches me, she sends me so many recipes. It's unbelievable. And she's really good at it. And of course, my dear daughter inspires me every day, and my husband too. And he really supports me. Next question. What does my food translate into? I think my food translates into being international, cosmopolitan, loving everyone the way they are. Because again, you are what you eat. So I think that makes sense. Next question. My favorite kitchen gadget. And I would say it's my KitchenAid, because without that, I would be completely lost. It is worth it, every single penny. Question number 12 or 13. We're getting to the end of it. What else would I be if I weren't any of these things that you guys know? I think I would be a physical therapist or a doctor, but an orthopedist, because I love movement. I love studying muscles and tissues and all the fun stuff. What is the favorite food related movie? I know it's cheesy. I'm gonna say Ratatouille. I also love every single Italian movie. Johnny Stecchino is really funny because Johnny would make the character, he would make Sabaglione at all times because that's all he could do with his art. It's a long story. Watch the movie, Johnny Stecchino. Last but not least, if I were an animal, what would I be? I think I'd be a horse. Horses are strong, are loyal, and just have that sense of calm. I don't know if I'm giving you guys that sense of calm right now, but I hope I do. So thank you so much for listening. Now you know a little bit more about me. Feel free to reach out. You have my email. Reach out on podcast. I'll be here for you.